Good morning. I think we got this damn thing working, so we'll find out. Talk to you soon. How we doing? So, Sunday morning, back to our favorite place. It's about 6:30 now. So, it's about 6:30 and sun's coming up and life is good. So, still a little dark. And another gentleman stuck out in front of me while I was trying to get this all working. So that's good, but it's a little overcast, but it's not raining. It's not supposed to rain. So we're going to be in good shape today. It's beautiful. So but we'll figure it out. So I want to talk about tools. Tools are an important part of any project. Whether you're building a deck or a house or anything. I've been a carpenter my entire life, and having the proper tools is the only way you can assure to be as efficient as possible. And imagine this. You want to build a deck. It's a simple deck. You've got two choices. You do it the old-fashioned way, which is literally use a saw, hammer, nails, and go about doing your job. Or you can do it the modern way with power tools, a power saw, drills, and get the job. That's what we're going to talk about today. So I'm going to start off with my first tee shot here. We'll be back in a second. Why do we want to talk about tools? Well, tools are the way I think of a GLP-1. It's a tool. Let's talk about all the tools in our diet and exercise and longevity vocabulary. Number one, we've got diet, exercise. What are some other tools? Keto, carnivore, intermittent fasting, GLP-1s, whether it be Manjaro or Ozempic or the pills, the shots. They're all tools. And is any one tool the best tool? No. The best tool is the one that works for you. And the one that's going to make your journey and your goal the most achievable. I think people get caught up in you got to do this or you got to do that. The fact of the matter is you don't got to do anything. Do you want to do certain things? Yes. But the division in the online communities is astounding to me. We all want to get to the same goal, which is to be healthy and happy. Why does it have to be one way or another? Why can't we use the proper tool for the job? I was on a live the other day with Brittany from Brittany's GLP-1 channel, and we were talking about it, and I used the example that, you know, let's say you want to hang a picture. Well, you don't necessarily want a hole in the wall and a nail in the wall and a peg. You want to hang the picture. So whatever tool is best suited to get you to that end result is the one that you should use. Well, GLP-1s are the exact same way. What is the best tool for the job? So I had a halfway decent drive here. I got 135 to the green. Well, I think that's going to be dancing, but it might be just a tad short. Probably should have hit a 9-iron. It's still early. The right tool is the concept that I think is most important. And I think it's vital if you want to be the most efficient possible. Now, if you just want to take your time and get there however you get there, use whatever tool you want. Right tool, wrong tool, doesn't matter. But if you want to do it the most efficient way possible, I mean, I don't know about you, but I want to lose weight as fast as I can. Healthily, safely, but why do I want to take longer than it should take? That doesn't make any sense. So, all right, I'll be back in a few minutes. We're just off the green here. A lot of water on the green this morning. The sprinklers just got turned off. So we'll check you out soon. Well, I had too much club there. About 140-yard par 3. It's early, so tried to choke down on an 8. And I pulled it a bit. I think I'm in the bunker. All right. Well, I'm going to turn the camera off for a while. See how it goes. And we'll come back to it a little later. This is Brian. This is Brian Sober Health Quest. Checking in from the golf course Sunday morning. We're walking again. So no matter what happens, it's all good. Talk to you soon. All right. Back in the car on the way home at 9:28. So 3-hour round walking. Shot 84. 3 double bogeys. So anyways, still a good Sunday morning. Check in for my video tonight where I'll be reporting all the results from the week and having a little chat with you about using the proper tools for the proper job. This is Brian. This is Brian Sober Health Quest. Let's get her done. All right, back in the studio, my office, or whatever you want to call it. Hey again, this is Brian with Brian Silver Health Quest, doing my weekly check-in. So, what are the vital numbers? Posted it in a short the other day, but my weight on Wednesday and the official weigh-in was 213. Saturday, yesterday, I did my shot and it was 212. So, again, making progress. Scale's finally moving. That's almost 10 pounds in the last 3 weeks, month. So, very happy with that progress. The diet's been on point. I think I've completely given up on tracking though. I'm really concentrating on just focusing on eating the right things and eating when I'm hungry. And that's what I'm doing, I would say 95% of the time. By doing that, I've been able to stay in a good calorie deficit, but I'm not hungry. If I'm hungry, I eat. But you know, if you're curious what my diet consists of, I make my own yogurt, and then I strain it to get most of the whey out of it. So it's very, very low carb, but it's very thick Greek yogurt. And I usually have a couple of cups of that every morning with nuts, so walnuts, pecans, and almonds that I've chopped up and got some dust in there from putting it in the Vitamix. I'll have 2 teaspoons of that, or tablespoons, pretty decent size, with a couple of, say a half a cup to a cup of frozen mixed berries, and then I put some chia seeds and flaxseed in it, and sometimes I'll put a splash of my protein drink in it if I need to get a little more liquid to get the chia seeds to blow up and bloom, and then some sunflower and or some other kind of seed. I can't remember the name of it right now. But that's every morning. And I usually pack it when I leave at about 7:30, and I usually eat it sometime after my first appointment, so between 10 and 11. I'll have a protein coffee every morning, which is a scoop of Legion Premier Protein, either vanilla or chocolate peanut butter, about a third of a Premier Protein shake, and sometimes a little heavy whipping cream. But I'll whip that up and have a 40-ounce mug of it. Sometimes, and I haven't done it really in the last 2 weeks, but I used to take 2 of them with me every day, but most days it's just 1. And then sometime halfway through the day, I might stop and just top it off with some black coffee. And then I'll take Member's Mark meat sticks, either jalapeno or just the regular plain. And so I'll have 1 or 2 of those a day, and then I have my IQ bars, either the chocolate sea salt or the peanut butter chip. And I'll take those and have 1 or 2 of those during the day. And then when I get home, it's just a good protein-focused meal. This week I had a couple of nights where I had salmon fillets. I've got the salmon fillet patties, or fillets that I buy at Sam's. And then I'll have Had hamburgers one night. I did have probably 2 brioche buns during the week. And, you know, one night I made I had barbecue chicken last week. Had that during the week. Salad with either some salmon in it, salmon or tuna. But yeah, I mean, got tomatoes from the garden. They're starting to come up. Peppers, chop those up and put them in there. My own jalapenos, put those in there. So that's it. I mean, nothing fancy. But again, I'm not tracking right now, and you know, I'll kind of get to the end of the day, and I'll tell Gemini, hey, this is what I ate during the day, and it'll tell me, well, based on the estimates, 1,700 calories in a day, 1,800, 1,900, somewhere in there. But again, I'm never full. And as the weight's been going down, like I said, 212. I mean, I've never been this low. But I think my basal metabolic rate, according to my smart scale, is somewhere around 1,800 calories a day. And I'm getting a lot of activity. So activity-wise, I had 3 good workouts this week. As a matter of fact, today I'm really sore. My legs are really sore because I don't know how to pronounce it, but Shaolin or Shoylin, Shaoalin, monk, isomeric workouts, just basically holds. Something horse hold, squats, wall sits, another basically like a crunch, what do they call it, dead bug or something like that, and then a bear crawl. And I did that in the sauna twice this week, so 40-minute workouts. Abby and I got out for 3 walks during the week, 2 to 3 miles each. I played 3 rounds of golf, 1 in a cart on Wednesday because I didn't have time I wouldn't have been able to make the turn in less than an hour. Friday, I walked 9. And again, couldn't make the turn because I didn't get the turn done in time. And then this morning I walked 18. And if you're curious, score-wise, low round of the week was a 79. High round of the week this morning was an 84. So I played pretty consistent golf. But I'm enjoying the walking. I'll put some... I tried to film with the camera this morning, and I didn't figure it out. I did figure out how to get the microphone working, but I didn't realize that when I did that, it changed one of the other settings. So in order to get it to follow my face, I needed to use a hand signal and didn't realize it. So I'll figure that out. But we've got some golf snippets that we'll use. But yeah, that's been the week. I'm feeling good. I do have to show you crazy purchase, but bear with me here. I like my orange. I like my orange Tigers. I got another orange shirt, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to show these. Let's see if we can get back far enough. Nope. So, this is absolute ridiculousness, but I got some orange sneakers to match my hat and my orange shirts. And if you're on a weight loss journey, you're losing weight, and as a result of that, you got to buy new clothes, right? I had to get rid of all my stuff. So I'm buying new clothes, mostly larges or and extra larges, which for me, I'm down from 2 and 3X, and I got thinking about it. I filmed a closet purge, but I don't think I showed it on the channel. I'll have to look that up. Maybe I will. I don't know. What do you guys want to see me going through and getting rid of all my old crap? But you gotta have new shoes. These were $8, and they're comfortable. I got 3 pairs of nice, I got a pair of Hey Dude lookalikes, and they're comfortable and they're lightweight, and these actually have a decent tread on them. I might actually wear them to the golf course with one of my orange golf shirts. But I don't know why anybody would spend full retail price on, see, now it's following me. Why would you pay full retail price on new clothes when Timo was out there? And I'm getting this stuff. I mean, it takes a week to show up, but it's quality stuff. It fits. It's comfortable. It's lightweight. I can tell you that all this lightweight knit stuff, my drying time in my dryer is, I used to have to run stuff for 2 loads. Now, I don't even get a full load, a full timer out of it. 60 minutes and it's dry. Hang it up and go. So, I don't know. I'm sounding like an old man now. Well, I am an old man. I'm 60 years old. What the hell? So, yeah, that's it. Now, the other thing that, and I talked about it on the golf course, and I don't know how to properly articulate this, but I had an interview with Brittany on her channel, and it should be showing up any day now. And one of the things that we talked about was, why are men hesitant to talk about GLP-1s and to admit that they're using them? And I don't understand it. And the analogy that I made to her is, there ain't a single guy in the world, well, maybe, but look around any Harbor Freight, any Home Depot, any Lowe's in the middle of the afternoon, and there's old guys, old farts like me, wandering around looking at tools just in case we need to buy a tool. We love tools. I love tools. I got a shed full of them. I got 2 garages full of them. My dad was a mechanic. He had tools everywhere. And we use tools. And the analogy I used on the golf course this morning, and I don't think I'm going to be able to use the video, that's why I'm re-recording it here, is, let's say we want to build a deck. Just a deck in the backyard. And we got a pile of lumber. We can choose to do it the way our grandparents did it, or our great-grandparents did it, or a generation 100 years ago did it, and use a handsaw, a chisel, a hand crank drill, and we could probably get the project done. A hammer, nails. I mean, I'm old enough. I remember when we hand nailed roofing. Nobody does that anymore. Nobody. But we did it because that's what we had. GLP-1s are a tool. If I'm building that deck today, I've got a cordless little hand motorized saw. I got a cordless big saw. I have a table saw. I have a chop saw or a miter saw. In fact, two of them, compound miter saw and just a chop saw, depending on the project, depending on what I need it for. I have drills. I have a small drill, little Milwaukee. I have a medium-sized drill, a Ryobi. I've got a large drill. I've got a hammer drill. I've got different bits for the different drills. I've got a drill and I've got a driver. And they're different tools and they're used for different things. If I want to pre-drill a hole, I'm going to use my drill. If I want to drive a screw, I use my driver. I have different bits for different screw heads. If I'm putting deck screws in, I've learned that modern tools allow me to use a box head or a star bit versus a Phillips. Why? It doesn't strip out. How many of you guys have taken apart something that was put together 40 or 50 years and it had a flathead screwdriver bit? You ever try to take one of those out? How did they get them in? An 8-inch screw? Oh my God. So, different tools, different projects, different needs, different techniques. Now let's talk about weight loss. Our goal is to get to a healthy weight as fast and safe as possible. Now, what all this research tells us is we shouldn't lose more than 1 to 2 pounds a week. Or if you're really heavy, 1 to 2% of your body weight. So if you're starting this journey at 400 pounds, 1% is 4 pounds in a week. But if you're at 250 pounds, 1% is 2.5 pounds in a week. That's on the upper end. There's nothing wrong with you losing 0.5% a week. When I started on the GLP-1, I was 256 pounds. When I started after my heart attack, I was 290 pounds, 300 pounds. Okay? And safe, effective weight loss was different then than it is today. Today, I'm at 212 pounds. Now, do I expect, after already losing 75 to 80 pounds, 90 pounds, do I expect to lose 3 pounds a week? No, it's not safe. It's not effective. But back to our tool analogy. What were the tools that we had before? Eat less, move more. That's what everybody said. Exercise. Starve yourself. Now we've learned that that's not effective. Those few that can do it, God bless you. But those of us that have the disease of obesity, that understand what food noise really is. Christopher had a great video this week on the downsize where he redid one of his early videos about food noise. You should watch it. It's highly effective. And we've all lived it. I've lived it. In fact, I think I might still live it. We'll talk about that in a later date. But let's go to our tools analogy. The tools that we have available today are GLP-1s. We still have exercise. I still lift heavy things 2 to 3 days a week. We still have movement. I still go out and walk anywhere from 8 to 12 miles a week. I try to get my 8,000 steps a day in, which, by the way, this week, I got it every day. So that was good. Most days over 10,000 steps, but 8,000 is what I try for. So we've got diet, what we eat, and how we eat it. And I'm not even going to get into macros and how much fat and how much carbs and how much protein. But I think we all know that we need to be protein forward, and we're learning that protein is important. However you want to manage that. But that's only one of the tools. Now we have medications. And these medications include Ozempic, Mounjaro, and all the different forms of tirzepatide and semaglutide. Pills like the Wegovy pill and Foundayo. And even some of the older ones. My brother's on Trulicity, I think. And because that's what his Medicare will cover. And he's lost 30 or 40 pounds. Not as effective. It's not as good of a tool as tirzepatide. And hey, there's some new tools coming out next year. Just retatrutide or retatrutide, like one of the doctors on YouTube likes to say it. The studies are amazing. I mean, numbers exceeding bariatric weight loss. Well, by the way, that's another tool, isn't it? You could have bariatric surgery. You could have, they take out part of your stomach. That's a tool. So these tools have been around. So why is one tool demonized over others? That's what I don't understand. One of the groups I'm in, they absolutely demonized GLP-1s. That's why I'm not going to be in that group for very long. But even another tool, keto. Most keto people don't like GLP-1s. Why? It's just a tool. It's a different tool, but it's a tool. And if you really want to get into it, vegan, vegetarians, carnivores, different tools. I'll never understand why somebody demonizes one tool over another. The simple screwdriver is an effective tool when you need to use that tool. A complicated drill or a power tool is an effective tool when you need to use that tool. But a hammer drill is not the right tool to use if I want to take a microscopic screw in my eyeglasses and tighten them down. Do you understand? So use the right tool for the job. At the end of the day, we just want a beautiful neck or a beautiful body. One that's healthy and strong and that can do what we need it to do well into our 80s. And who knows, even the 90s. So that's how I look at tools. And I think you should too. So again, I'm Brian. This is Brian Silver Health Quest. My goal, very simply, when I started this channel almost a year ago, and I think August 8th is my first video. I'll double check that, but love to see you go back and watch them. You can see the changes. Again, when I started this journey, I was 256 pounds a year ago in May when I started taking my first GLP-1. Today, I'm at 212. I'm stronger than I've ever been. Matter of fact, August 1st, I'm going to take my measurements. And I think I'll do them in a pair of shorts, swim trunks, and I will film it. And be really embarrassed. But my body's nowhere near as big as it used to be. I got a wedding coming up in a couple weeks, and I'm going to be wearing 34 slacks. And I was looking at dress shirts yesterday. And my problem now, It used to be that my neck, I had to have an 18.5 or a 19 neck for a dress shirt. And my belly was so big that I had to have extra long. And now I can wear an extra large. And these necks are huge. So we'll see what I can come up with. But all right, that's it. That's enough of my rant. I'll put this all together. I appreciate every one of you that take the time to watch these videos. I'd love to say I've got thousands and thousands of people that watch them. We're not there yet, but we're hoping to get there. If you like watching an old guy make his way through this world and get healthier, share the video, like it, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.